Welcome back to this next edition of the eUSL Fantasy League. So, we had our third match of the season against Cloudsdale. It was a 2-1 defeat as we now kind of dive back into play here. Advancing forward right now. We'll have a match at home against VSI Paoli, who's currently bottom of the table, which is incredibly crucial to try and pick up a result in this instance. Fall and we met. Interesting. They were going to let me run with it, and let's see what happens. We're actually going to be favored in this match. I'm excited to see how this fixture ends up going forward. VSI Paoli with a fantastic kit right now of the checkerboard pattern. And I was emulative of what Croatia currently runs. I am a big fan of that. Did will be taking on Queensborough Strangers, and then we have a top of the table clash between Elizabethtown and Cloudsdale. Let's move on into the team selection and let's see how this one ends up going. If we're kind of looking at the league position right now, I would very much like to get a result from this match of any kind, whether that's a draw or 3 points. A bunch of players currently sitting on a yellow card. Forrest Lasso, they're still going to leave on the bench in favor of Jack Marr as the superior backline defender, but let's see how the 4-1-5 formation goes for this one. I want to mix things up. I want to see how things end up going for this match. I'm going to be incredibly interested how our attack lines up, but we now have 5 attackers out there who's all incredibly strong. If we need to bring in backups, that's what we have. Cameron Owalsu, who still currently hasn't seen any play this year, Sebastian Valaquez and Corey Herzog for. This inevitably means there will be some players this year that I think will just have on my team just to have on the team, even though they may not very well see play. It's weird that we haven't had, aside from Chris Wehan of Cloudsdale, as far as I know, that we haven't had any significant injuries from any teams, so it seems like everyone's been relatively lucky with how teams have been performing. But here we are back at Legion Stadium. Tyler Pasher, Addo Quinn, Anthony Hopenot, who's currently leading the league in assists, Richie Ryan as your captain, and Lance Lang as your other left winger, Jose on a yellow card. Let's play well on this match. We got certainly a lot to look forward to with this team, and I think we'll be ready. We'll be up for this match, hopefully. We get to play ready with Dane Kelly, sends it over to Taylor. Wow, things are actually kind of fast right now. I'll drop it down. Apologies on that from my part. Taylor sends it into Kelly. Over to Taylor. Knocks it out for another throw-in for Wilmington Town here in these early moments. But it falls to nothing. There are currently no shots in the first couple minutes of play, but VSI Paoli picks up the first foul. We get our first shot, an early opportunity here as VSI Paoli takes another free kick, sends up to Enzo Martinez. Come on, pass it into space, or dribble the ball forward. He can actually take it nearly the length of the pitch, dribbles it into play. Francis Santimiller tries to get a chance over Sean Francis. Very long opportunity. You're right there. Now I'm going to drop it down to just a slightly faster when we actually watch the highlight and stuff. 2-2 in shots, but they are the only one with a shot on target right now. 3-2 in shots. Another free kick opportunity for VSI Paoli, who gets Diego Restrepo to dive out and make the save right there. It's 3-3, but now 2-0 shots on target for VSI Paoli. We're going to make a tactical change to encourage a bit more short passing play. So, yeah, now they're getting the shot advantage of 5-3 in shots, 3-0 shots on target. 4, we get our first shot on target of the match. 5, here we are with the throw-in. Jermaine Taylor on the back line. Solomon Asante. God, it sends it up to Tyler Pasher, who finds Anthony Hopino in the midfield, who tries to be marked down. And sends it out wide to King, over to Hopino. Over to Richie Ryan, Corbin Bone. And in the midfield, Fall. I think the impact is that Tyler Pasher sends it into Diego Restrepo. I think one of the impacts is that we're not used to running this formation in outright, and this is our first time in doing it, but I thought this match would have been a good opportunity to try and change it. Santi Moore picks up a yellow card as well. We are going to be the team with the most fouls in the league and the most cards, I guarantee it. If I need to sell off Moore, I'll put on Curry Hartzog or Sebastian Valakos. Wallfall picks up a yellow card. Gosh. Everyone just picking up cards in this match. But we're finally out shooting an opponent in the fixture 7-6 right now, but shots on target have stole their advantage 4-3. Yeah, this is certainly a yellow card derby right now as Lance Lang picks up his yellow card. We'll see if we can get through the rest of the fixture without any more cards, although I highly doubt that'll happen. Heading into halftime, wow, it's 87 degrees right now at Legion Stadium, which is incredibly hot. We'll be fine. Hand over to the assistant. Let's go for the second half. I want to look at a few of the match stats that we have right now. In our passing, we're still kind of even in passes completed. They're certainly outpassing us in an instance. If things need to change, I'll probably bring on Lambert for Wall-Fall in the opportunity, but we have another throw-in to Taylor, who passes it into Martinez. Solomon Asante sends it wide of the post, behind the goal. 9-6 in shots. This is certainly not much that you can follow anyone, but we have another throw-in to Sean Francis. This is Cameron Lancaster, sends it over to Dane. There's our goal! Dane Kelly sends us in front in the 50th minute. 1-0 Wilmington Town. Here in this second half, Dane Kelly picks up his first goal of the match right here. Let's take a look at what ended up happening on this replay. Noah sends it into Kelly, who just flicks it into the back of the net. What an opportunity for Wilmington Town to get it by Zendejas and take an early lead in this second half, I mean. I'm going to drop the speed down a bit as we move up to third place in the table. Picks up another yellow card for Richie Ryan as well. I'm going to praise the boys and how they've been playing today. Hey, there it is. Fired up by the feedback. Zendejas sends the ball forward, but Hopino is able to track it down on the back line. And Moore tries to get it back over to King. And Moore forces the ball back to Orozco, over to Oxford. And cut off by Santi Moore and Sean Francis on the defense, over to Wallfall. Enzo Martinez tries to send it out into play, but it's not able to find any gap in the defensive back line for VSI Paoli. Richie Ryan sends it around. They're really pinballing the ball around on the outside. Tyler Pasher sends the ball over the bar. This has honestly been an incredibly complete game with how we've been playing right now. I've been pleased with how the guys have been going. Enzo Martinez with a cross into the box off a free kick, but it'll end up going out behind the goal, and the goalkeeper, Zendejas, will collect it for VSI Paoli. He'll send it off for a free kick as we continue this highlight. I'm going to gamble and wait until the 70th minute to try and make a substitution for Santi Moore. He's used up all 3 of his subs here in this instance. Solomon Asante picks up a yellow card as the yellow card derby still continues. Long may the yellow card derby reign until one of us picks up a red card, which would be the first of the season. Wilmington Town drops down to 4th in the league, as I assume results elsewhere had take a turn for the different. Jimmy Oxford picks up a yellow card for VSI Paoli. I'll use the time while it's paused to make my substitutions as well. Sebastian Valakos will come in for Santi Moore. Kelly sends it in and makes it 2-0. Elizabethtown goes 2-0 up over Cloudsville as well, but Dan Kelly gets the brace from this match. An exciting fixture so far for the home crowd. It's Santimar sends it back to Sean Francis, passes it in for the substitution. Santimar with the hockey assist will be his last action of the match, although will they call this back? Nope, they'll keep this on. And the match will go forward as played. It was very nearly an offsides call, and it looked like it was getting reviewed right there, but have to be pleased with how the boys have been playing right here. I'm going to make this opportunity to try and eliminate any risk and take off Wolf Fall to bring on Kevin Lambert. It looks like the formation change has certainly worked. It was an unorthodox 4-1-5, but I've been pleased to actually finally find the goals that this attacking team has promised. Dan Kelly's certainly playing up to his bravado as a player. Diego Restrepo here with a yellow card, or with a goal kick, sends it out to Sebastian Valaquez, dribbles around the first defender really quickly, passes it into the box. Cameron Lancaster with a chance. Zendejas quickly swallows it up in the mid of the box. Has a chance to send the free kick, or the corner goal kick, out to Josh Yar, who's quickly turns the ball over to Lance Lang. Tries to send it up to Dadazov. Hopino gets one back. Wow. VSI Paoli gets their name back on the scoreline. Need to get his goal back in. We'll have to make the changes that we have here. And I am just gonna hope that we can kind of play out and hold on to this lead. Need a bit more. I may want to drop back and do a bit more of a cautious tactical formation, but let's make one last substitution of Josh Yarrow. Yeah, he is exhausted, and I can't let any player in the back line get too exhausted here. Let's play. Let's move it back up to more of a balanced attack right now. Don't need to change much of our formation, as we've currently been playing relatively alright. Moving forward, I feel like we're going to get about 2 or 3 more highlights left in the remainder of this match. Ayose picks up a yellow card as well. Everyone is just getting yellow cards in this match. Lance Lang with a corner kick. Orozco sends it left of the post. That was a very nervous opportunity that Paoli had for Wilmington Town. 5 minutes of added time. I'm not sure if the heart can take it, but Enzo Martinez with a free kick into the box. Cleared out. Martinez picks up the ball once more, or drops it off to Jermaine Taylor. Sends it wide over to Carl Ouimet, who's playing very outside of his position. Solomon Asante will run down the ball. Here in the wing, passes it over to David Najim. Takes a chance. Lance Lang dribbles by David Najim. That was a bad giveaway. Right there, Desidov, and he sends it right of the post. That was the opportunity. You need to have that chance right there. Time wasting. Yes. Whoops. My mistake. Time wasting. Yes. Especially with the minute left in play. Let's hope that this kind of holds everything out. And we take the 2-1 result over VSI Paoli. Very big result that we have right there. Anthony Hopino with the sole goal for Paoli as Dan Kelly picks up a brace in the 50th and 69th minute. Nice. But it was that bad chance, or that great chance by Dadasov in the final extra or stoppage time that really kind of sealed the result. That it definitely could have had the points shared, but I will certainly take a 2-1 result for Wilmington Town. Passionate, very nice victory. In the team talk, and I feel like everyone is in overall a pretty good mood. This has been a fantastic match, as I will be either in 3rd or 4th place currently in the table, as Strangers has a shocking 1-0 lead over Dead Whales. Elizabethtown has a 2-0 lead over Cloudsdale. No, the Queens Park Strangers is, even though I took the 1-0 result from them in the second week of the season, I feel like they are certainly not any team to turn one's nose up to. They're a great side, and they had Jack Marby score in the 39th minute. To really truly make them an interesting team to kind of go forward. I want to look into this match a bit more. If we're able to watch the highlights from it. Elizabethtown really putting the pounding on Cloudsdale right now with a 2-0 result. Birch and Guzman with both goals. I like how the Cincinnati logo is still there for Queens Park Strangers, and they have the more QPR look with their kits with the blue and white hoops. Here we are in stoppage time. Dead Wills with an opportunity to advance the ball forward and try and claw back a point here. Turns the ball over on the back line, back to Romero. Dead Wills sniffs out the chance with their defender. Allen tries to get it back. Kevin George over to Blackwood. Libases turns it over out of play for a throw-in. Dead Wills with a final opportunity to try and make something of this match. Here they are for the throw-in. Another throw-in opportunity. I feel like that's going to be about full time that we'll have on this team. Dead Wills with another opportunity. Blackwood dispossesses them off the ball as they clear it out of play, and that's full time. Queens Park Strangers takes the 1-0 result from Dead Wills. After their first opening win against Wilmington Town in the first match, they've kind of fallen off the pace here, dropping their match to Strangers this week, and they now find themselves with 2 defeats and 1 win. 2 consecutive losses as Wilmington Town FC will pick up their second win of the season to move up to 6 points, level on points with Strangers. Yeah, we're going to have Dead Whales and VSI Paoli against each other in the next match, and as we were talking about in the Discord channel once more, or that it may end up being a struggle fest for the two. And if you guys want to get involved in that Discord channel, we'll be opening up the league once more for Season 2, starting up right after this league. We'll be redrafting a lot of the players in USL and USL Championship and USL League 1, and we'll get a lot of new teams. As of right now, with just 6 opponents, it seems like a lot of the teams are stacked with a lot of their players, but if you spread it out amongst what we're hoping to get is around 10 or 12 players, that should allow for a lot more opportunities to have talent spread out across the league. But I feel like we've been extremely lucky to pick up the 2-1 result that we have. Elizabethtown with a brace and a 4-0 result over Cloudsdale is truly a shocking result and will place them as the preeminent favorite going forward. I am going to kind of look back at the tactics right now, and honestly, I was pleased with playing a 4-1-5 tactical formation. Everyone is just really shocked me with how well that is played. What I learned from this match is that we need to be playing Dane Kelly going forward, and that this team was just too good with him on the pitch versus him not on the pitch. Cameron Owasa, I guarantee, will try and get some time playing in so far, or later in the season, but Dane Kelly honestly should have been the starter in each of these first games to already have 2 goals, 1 more than Lancaster, and lead the team in it on our 4 goals of the year. Overall, I've been incredibly pleased with how things have been going. think with this team to end up with 6 points through our first 4 games to split it 2-0-2. But other than that, I feel like this team has been rather at least impressive in my opinion from how I picked them. It's certainly the season's not going truly exactly to par how I expected, but I've been pleased with this season and with this team to try and just keep racing our way forward into the competitions. We'll have a very crucial fixture against Elizabethtown FC at home for our next match, a very big homestand, and we take the 2-1 result over VSI Paoli, and I feel like we can get some revenge against Dead Wells in our next match for our next 3 to really turn around stuff. Queensbrook Strangers could probably be a tougher opponent this time around. So, at the end of all of this, I will currently leave you guys on our previous fixtures, and this is Ryan Allen reminding you that if you enjoyed this map video, please like and subscribe. Hey, leave a comment if you want to see more stuff like this, or if you want to see me do a few of my own saves. I'm currently doing a save with Borough Rangers right now, down in Scottish Highland League, or if you want to see more experiment videos as well, just kind of let me know. But I appreciate you guys watching all of this, and this is Ryan Allen signing off.